Hey everyone, this is Harry, your host. So I want to talk to you about something that could quietly delay your tax refund this year. And it all comes down to one small detail. The IRS is warning that a single banking mistake, just one wrong digit in your account number, could freeze your refund for weeks. And for many households expecting refunds that could reach a few thousand, especially after recent tax law changes under President Donald Trump's administration, that delay could really hurt. So this matters. If you're counting on that money for rent, bills, or just catching up, you're going to want to pay close attention. Quick question for you before we get into it. Have you ever had a direct deposit fail or typed in the wrong number on an online form? It happens, right? Let me know in the comments because honestly, almost all of us have done it at least once. So here's what's changed. The federal government is moving away from paper checks. Under Executive Order 14247 signed in March 2025, the Treasury Department was directed to modernize payments to and from Americans' bank accounts. The goal, according to the administration, is to reduce fraud, improve efficiency, and make transactions more secure. And on paper, that makes sense. Paper checks can be lost, stolen, delayed, even altered. Electronic payments are faster and easier to track. But here's the part that people are just now realizing. Paper checks used to act like a safety net. If your direct deposit failed, the IRS would usually mail you a check. It might take a little longer, but you'd still get your money without having to do much. Though, now that automatic fallback is mostly gone. After September 30th, the Treasury largely stopped issuing routine paper refund checks. Direct deposit is now the default, and in practice, it's the expectation. The IRS still accepts tax returns the same way. Filing hasn't changed. But how you receive your refund, that's where the shift is happening. So, what does this mean for you? Well, about 90% of electronically filed returns with correct direct deposit information are processed within 21 days. That's pretty smooth. But if there's a problem with your bank details, even something small, your refund can be frozen. And when I say small, I mean small. A closed account, an old account number, one incorrect digit, a routing number that doesn't match, even a name mismatch. The bank rejects the deposit, and instead of automatically mailing a check, the IRS freezes the refund. And here's where people get frustrated. You might not even realize anything is wrong until you receive a notice in the mail called a CP53 notice. That letter explains that your refund couldn't be delivered because of missing or invalid direct deposit information. When that happens, you have 30 days to update your banking details using your IRS Online Account. And this is important. IRS employees cannot update your bank information over the phone or in person. You have to do it through your online account for security reasons. So if you don't already have an IRS online account set up, this might be the year to do it before you file. Now, let's walk through this step by step because I want this to feel manageable, not overwhelming. First, before you file your return, double-check your routing and account numbers directly from your bank statement. Don't rely on memory. Don't copy from an old file without verifying. Just take an extra minute and confirm the numbers. Second, make sure the account is open and active. I've seen situations where someone closed an old account last year but accidentally reused the old information out of habit. That triggers a rejection. Third, create or log into your IRS online account now, not later. If there's an issue, you'll be ready to fix it quickly. And when you get that CP53 notice, if you get one, you have 30 days to update the account online. After you update it, it usually takes 2 to 5 days for the refund status to refresh. If you don't respond within 30 days, then the IRS will issue a paper check, but only after about 6 more weeks. So what could have been a 3-week turnaround turns into 2 months or more. And I know some of you rely on that refund. I read your messages every year. Some use it to pay down credit cards. Some catch up on medical bills. Some help family. So, yeah, timing matters. Now, you might be thinking, why is the IRS being so strict about this? Well, there are a few reasons. The administration says electronic payments reduce fraud and improper payments. Electronic transfers create digital confirmation trails. Paper checks are easier to intercept. Also, the IRS has gone through staffing reductions, about a 27% cut in 2025. With fewer employees, the agency is leaning more heavily on automated systems. And automated systems are efficient, but they're not flexible. They don't make judgment calls. So the system sees a rejected deposit and it freezes it. There's also a broader modernization effort happening. The IRS is encouraging taxpayers to make payments electronically as well, using direct pay, debit cards, online accounts, things like that. EFTPS for individuals is being phased out later in 2026. So this isn't just about refunds. It's part of a bigger digital shift. Now, let's talk about people who don't have traditional bank accounts. The IRS has acknowledged that not everyone has easy access to banking services. In coordination with agencies like the FDIC and the National Credit Union Administration, they're promoting low-cost or no-cost accounts. Some prepaid debit cards and certain mobile payment options may also work for direct deposit. There are limited exceptions where paper checks can still be issued in hardship cases, but those are not the norm. So, if you don't currently have a bank account, this might be a good time to explore options at a local credit union. Sometimes credit unions offer simple checking accounts with low fees, and that can prevent future delays. Now, here's something that catches people off guard. The IRS will not call you or text you asking for your banking information. If someone contacts you that way, that's likely a scam. The only official communication about a rejected direct deposit will come through a letter mailed to your last known address. That's important to remember. And let me share something personal. A few years ago, I helped a family member who accidentally entered one wrong number for their account. We didn't notice until the refund didn't arrive. It took weeks to sort out, and that was before these new rules. Now, with the freeze process, it would have taken even longer. So, when I say double-check your numbers, I really mean it. It feels small, but it can save you a lot of stress. Another thing to keep in mind, providing direct deposit information is technically voluntary. You can file without it, but if you don't provide it and you don't qualify for an exception, your refund could take longer to process. The return itself will still be accepted. It's the refund delivery that slows down. So then, what does this mean for you right now? It means we're in a system where precision matters more than ever. One digit can be the difference between a smooth 21-day refund and a multi-month delay. Most people think tax delays happen because of complicated tax forms or audits. And sometimes that's true, but this year, one of the biggest risks is just a basic clerical error in your bank info. Not a math error, not a complex deduction, just a number. What I'll show you next might surprise you a little. Even if your refund is frozen, your tax return is still processed. The IRS doesn't reject your entire return. It's specifically the refund that's held. So your filing is fine, but the money is paused until you act. So stay proactive. Check your mail regularly during tax season. Log into your IRS account once in a while to monitor status. And if you're expecting a larger refund this year, maybe consider filing earlier so you have more time to fix any issues before bills come due. And if you're feeling anxious about this, that's understandable. Refunds can feel like a financial reset button. A lot of you tell me it's the one time of year you can breathe a little easier. So yeah, protecting that timeline is important. But regardless of where you stand, the practical takeaway is simple. Accuracy first. Double-check your direct deposit details. Set up your IRS Online Account. Respond quickly if you receive a notice. And be aware that silence, doing nothing, leads to longer delays. So take 5 extra minutes when you file. Slow down. Check the numbers twice and give yourself that peace of mind. If you found this helpful, stay connected because I'll continue sharing updates like this. And remember, small details matter, especially when it comes to your money.